Hello my angels, this is going to be a little bit of a different reading than we normally do. I'm really excited. I've been feeling really called to all my gold decks. So we have all three of my gold decks here and we are going to be pulling a full reading for you. So first off, you're going to know and feel if this message is for you. If it did find you, it is likely for a reason. There's probably a message in this tarot reading for you. We're going to be getting down and dirty and kind of spilling some secrets. So let's find out what the angels want to say to you. Let's start with pink. I'm going to hope that you can see some stuff, but I have like half a desk over here that you can't see. I will be showing you guys and reading everything for you, okay? I'm going to pull a few cards before we even begin. And we're just going to look at the storyline. That was a lot. This deck is always so loud. Wow, that was a stretch. Okay. Do one line of the gold and then we will begin. That one just landed sideways on a thing, facing like directionally, like facing up like this. It's crazy. That one's really loud. Ooh, baby. One more. There she is. Woo! Okay. Okay, so we're going to start out with this first line that I've got going out here. At the end, I will include a photo or the thumbnail. Probably I'll just include like a video footage, or maybe I'll even put it on top of this right here so you can see the spread that we've got going on, okay? To start out, we have through the pink and gold deck, the rose gold deck, we've got, I'm getting this energy of self-love, okay? That's immediately what the angels are telling me. This is a journey of self-love, and it's a journey that you've been moving through. And I'm hearing that you've been through a lot. So the first card that we have here, I'm going to read you the cards to start with the first line. We've got the Seven of Swords, or the Six of Swords, my bad. Judgment, the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the 5 of Wands reversed, and then we have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm really feeling and reading in these cards for you is, first off, you're headed in a very beautiful direction when it comes to self-love, away from a place that used to be very, very, I almost want to use the word poignant. I'm hearing the word poignant. I don't know if that technically works, but it was very destructive, okay, is what I'm really getting. Like, you used to exist in a place that was extremely destructive when it came from self-love. It was a place where you lacked the ability to see yourself because all you saw was others, is what I'm really getting, okay? And right now, you're at a very good place within yourself because you're moving away from that. I'm seeing that in the past, you have really had a hard time receiving opportunities or believing you were worthy, okay? And I'm really getting this energy that, like, these are energies that are leading up down the storyline, right? So this edge down here is going to be the most prominent because it's like what's coming. Kind of like what's headed your way or about to come into fruition. And then we've got like current reality, which is these black and gold cards, and then we kind of have like the past of, like, I'm getting a theme of self-love kind of, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, like the cards that came out near here at the end, there's definitely an energy of partnership coming in, but it's more so, it's not even really as much about partnership as it is about seeing the partner in yourself. Okay, but let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? I'm getting this energy that maybe you're currently at a point where you're like a little ahead of yourself, but right now you're definitely like, you're just coming out of something that has been so destructive. Like, I'm hearing majority of your life, especially if this is in resonance of like your self-love in the past experiences, you didn't used to receive anything in self-love. Like, you didn't used to receive anything in, I'm gonna say honestly, real life either, when it comes to love or it comes to being shown up for, because you refused to receive for the self, because you didn't believe you were worthy of getting, I want to say getting lucky, or getting given to out of nowhere, receiving, right? Now, what I do have here in the cards is that you have come from a place, especially with the 5 of Wands reverse, means that you have stepped out of a place of conflict within yourself, okay? And you have stepped into a place, especially with the 10 of Pentacles, of deep abundance in yourself, okay? And so that's kind of like, you have really, really done a lot of work to let go of what was harming you, what was causing you to basically not receive. And you have stepped out of that and come into a place where you are moving in a direction, it's almost like you're being moved in a direction because you've done the work that it takes to get the boat in motion. Like, it's almost like you have done the part of pushing it out of, I'm seeing like someone when they first get on a boat, before they can turn the motor on and jet it, you know, they have to get themselves out of the really shallow area and kind of pull themselves into the deeper water where they can finally turn the boat on, and then they can like go forward with ease, right? You've done that work. I'm really getting that you've done that work, okay? So you have basically turned the ignition on through the inner work that you have done in self-work, or self-worth and self-work and self-love, in order to get that boat in motion, in order to get the ball rolling, right? And now you're being literally pushed by the universe. We have angel energy here. We have Archangel Michael coming out in this spread. Yeah, he's the only angel that I'm seeing specifically. So we have Archangel Michael here, but I'm also hearing Archangel Raphael, okay? You could be a writer of some sort, or someone that's meant to share your word, share your voice. That could also relate into why you've been through so much and why you've gone from such darkness and depths of self-love and lack of self-worth in order to get to where you are, because you could be someone that's meant to share your word. Right, Archangel Raphael really helps with assisting you in getting your word out there, kind of like stepping into that. And Archangel Michael is very here for protection, and just like worship and like relishing in your energy, especially with the Judgment card here, right? So what we've got here is that you've kind of like got the ball rolling, and you have really done a lot of work on, I'm hearing specifically your mental state, your clarity, kind of like how you perceive the world. I'm getting like you've done a lot of mindset shifts, and these mindset shifts have really been that getting yourself out of the mud, right? So now you kind of like, even when you do hit weird things, like you're able to cleanse them out and like keep going a little bit more quickly than normal. I'm getting a specific reference as to like when something comes up that triggers you now, you pretty much like, you might still be triggered, but you have this like energy where the trigger comes up, but you're able to kind of soften that trigger really quickly now because of all the self-work you've done. You kind of have like remedies is what I want to say. Like I'm seeing herbal paste. You know, back in the day when like they would take herbs, like us witches, they would take herbs and you would mix them in with certain balms or into pastes, and then you would put them on wounds and it would heal so much more quickly. It's kind of like what I'm seeing. So you have like crafted your own herbal remedy to triggers is what I'm really getting. And these triggers now, when they happen, even though they still feel really overwhelming in the moment, and I'm also getting a message right now that like, especially with that 10 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles reversed, like you went through some shit. Like I'm hearing that you really were living in survival for a very long time, and those triggers still come up. The thing about living in survival and truly like being in that energy where you kind of feel like you're hyperventilating, or like you may have anxiety, you may have actual like depression or other mental issues, right? Which is totally okay, but like when you have that kind of stuff that comes up, it never really goes away. And I can only speak from experience, right? Like it's like a mental issue. It's not it's not something you can just say is gone, right? Or that you healed. Even though like I do personally say sometimes that I've healed through it because I have that herbal remedy too, right? This is why I can even speak upon this. So I'm with you, but there's definitely that energy of like you have been through so much where you still probably have anxiety attacks sometimes, or it's probably much more rare now, but you probably still have those moments where like the whole world feels like it's like suffocating you and you literally can't breathe, but you have that herbal remedy that you have handcrafted yourself to put on that wound, to place all over you and remind you that you're alive and you're able to be here, right? Like I'm getting this soft, beautiful energy even as I'm doing this. Like it just feels so caring and beautiful, just like so kind, right? So I just feel like you have come to this really magnificent place where you kind of like are able to love yourself and show up for yourself in a way that like a mother would. You kind of have learned to become your own mother, right? Is the energy that I'm just getting. But this is really, really beautiful because you have gotten to this point where you are now like kind of able to go into the next section. So now we're going to go into the next section here, which is like kind of like current energy, which is what I'm really feeling. And then we have like what's coming, right? Which makes a lot of sense. Actually, if you look at it, we have the self-love energy, and then we have the black and gold, which really represents like present density, right? And then we have the white and gold, which represents what's coming in, which is like light frequency. It's so funny. Synchronicities. Okay. So currently, let's see, I'm going to read you the line first, right? So we have the Ace of Wands, we have Strength, we have the 10 of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups reversed. We got 2 aces reversed, okay? And then we have the 7 of Cups reversed, we have the King of Cups, and then we have the Page of Wands. So currently, you're really, really working on yourself and what brings you joy is what I'm getting. And also what just brings you alive. I feel like you're in an era of what makes me feel alive and what can I put more effort into that keeps me alive and keeps me in a healthy mental state is what I'm really getting. I'm really feeling like a lot of the people that are in this channeled message have truly been through a lot when it comes to your mental state. Whew. This is gonna be sensitive because I'm there with you. I've been there, you know. It's just not easy. And I wish I could say it is, but it's not, and I'm so feeling you, okay? But where you're at currently, I feel like there's a message here from a loved one coming through right now. I did invite in all teams of light, so just so you know, if random messages do come through, it could be your loved one. I'm just getting this really like, they just want you, the major message that they're trying to tell me to tell you is just that they are so proud of you for how far you have come, even though you're not where you're expecting yourself to be. They're saying specifically for someone, there's a perfectionist mindset that you're living within, and you know your own potential, so you really work so incredibly hard, okay? Like, you put your freaking butt to the test, right? You have done so much, and you still feel like it's never really gonna be like quite where you want to be, even though you have accomplished so many insane things. And their message here right now for you is like, the reason this message is coming through in these layers is because they want you to remember that it's not about just now and where you're going. It's also about how far you've come. The whole thing bleeds together into this beautiful journey that you're on. And it's so incredibly important to, even when you feel like insecure about the parts of yourself that aren't at certain places in life, or that feel behind, or that you're supposed to be hitting certain, I want to say like certain goals or levels, like just to instead remember, like, remember that anxiety that you used to have. Remember the way that you used to have anxiety attacks, or trigger warning, not want to be here, right? Like, for those of you that do feel that, like, remember that energy, because you're out of that. It's not for you anymore. Yes, it will still come up sometimes, but you have that remedy, that herbal remedy to soften it, right? You're doing better than you have ever done. But there's just this emphasis of like, look at that and look at right now. Like, even I was journaling last night. I was so angry. This is so personal, but sometimes things come out in readings, right? Like, I was so angry because some triggers were coming up in my reality, and I was just like angry journaling. And then at the very end of the journal, I was like, even though I'm journaling about this right now, think about when I was like a teenager and I was journaling, and every other thought was the deepest darkness I have ever felt, and how I couldn't control it, and how I was losing myself to it. And look at that journal entry to now. Like, now it's about anger that I'm able to transmute and alchemize into beauty, into something amazing, and I recognize it and see it, and I'm friends with it, versus the version of me that couldn't grasp that I was breathing and that I was a vessel that could move in this reality, right? So it's just like, look at those like diverse versions of you. And that's like what that recommendation is right here, right now, is like, look at how far you've come, right? Like, you have literally come so far. And don't let yourself get down, because as we're moving into like what's coming for you, just remember that like, even right here, right now is more than enough. Like, you have done more than enough, and you are so worthy. And I know you already know that because you've done so much self-work, but like, ooh, confirmation. But like, you deserve to be even more proud than you currently are. And that's the message that your friend or your parent is sending in towards you, or someone else on the other side. But those are the specific ones they shouted out. Whew, okay, so with the Ace of Wands and the Strength, I'm hearing that right now you're really in this era of cultivating your mastery in your joy. And there's just such emphasis on your joy right now, and like the magic of being alive. You're really in this time where you're seeing, one, what we just talked about, the diversity of how far you've come, right? But also like where you want to take it, and where your joy can really, I'm seeing like things becoming more, where it can magnify is really what I'm seeing. It's almost like you're like, here's my joy, and where can I put my joy so that when I place it somewhere, I'm seeing a very specific image. I'm seeing like, so interesting, like a prism almost, but it's like a prism ball circle. And it's like, you are your joy, and you're the radiant energy frequency of your joy, and you're looking around at the earth, and you're like, where can I go where this joy will magnify and intensify? And there's this crystal ball that you can step into that is a prism. And so basically you step into this crystal ball, and then that joy magnifies and lights up frequencies everywhere to assist others in their joy, is what I'm really seeing here, okay? Now, in this current time, the next card that we have here is the 10 of Wands, and then we have the Ace of Cups reversed and the 7 of Cups reversed. I feel like those are next, but we're going to talk about the 10 of Wands first. I'm feeling like right now in the journey that you're in, you're realizing that you've been holding a little bit too much. You've been doing too many things, and as multifaceted as you are, there's just this energy of maybe it's time to set a couple of things down, even though you're really scared to do so. And with Strength and the 10 of Wands, I'm getting this message that like, it's just not going to be sustainable, but it's going to take a really, really strong essence of your character. And here's the thing, you can do it. Like, I don't have a single doubt in my mind or in this energy that you're going to be able to do this, and that it's going to work out better than you see coming. The issue is that you doubt, okay? That's the energy I'm getting, and it's your own doubt that can cause any kind of a block or an issue. So I know that you can't really just like be like, peace out, doubt, I don't believe in you. But what I'm getting here from this is that it's just going to take every ounce of the strength that you have been building over this entire journey for you to take this step and look at the wands that you don't want to carry any longer, to lighten the load and set them down and say, I can't do this anymore. Or not that you can't, I don't choose to, because I want to focus on my joy, and those wands that aren't bringing you joy will only drain you and hurt you in the end, is what I'm really getting. So there's something that needs to be set down. Okay, now we have the Ace of Cups reversed and the 7 of Cups reversed as well. So even in this current moment, I'm getting this really strong message right here that like, whew, you're still not willing to receive. There's some kind of a block that you have within yourself, and it's funny. Are you laughing with me? Like, why am I like this? Is kind of the energy that I'm getting, but it's still stemming from a part of you that just, it's almost like you've done so much work on your ability to love yourself, but what's even deeper now is how much can you give to yourself and allow to be given to you. And there's some kind of a block that's coming up here. So for every single person in this channeled message, it's going to be a little bit different. That's just how it works, because it's a collective channeled message. So my recommendation, number one, first, foremost, always, is to meditate with yourself and ask yourself, like, why don't I feel like enough to receive? Like, what part of me doesn't feel like I can step off of my old patterning, and that the universe will be there to help me and give to me? Like, where does that stem from? And I want you to do this as like a practice. I want you to be like, why? And then I want you to go deeper 3 times, okay? Really significant. That's a recommendation from the angels. You're gonna be like, okay, and what causes that deeper? And what causes that deeper? And what causes that deeper? If you can do more than 3 times, keep going until you can find the root cause of it. Because I was literally watching a video today. Hold on, I'm gonna restart the camera so it doesn't chime out. Okay, I'm literally so hot because I'm channeling. But I was watching this video today, and it was of a therapist, and she was basically talking about one of her, what do you call them, clients? She was talking about one of her clients and how she wouldn't go deeper because she would feel a certain emotion which would mask her other emotions when she was deep diving through to try and find that root cause, basically, right? I shortened that was like a 10-minute video that she made, and I just said it to you in like 1 second. But basically that's what she was doing. And so she had her face the energy and be like, okay, well, if this energy is coming up and not allowing you to feel deeper into what you're moving through, where is that energy stemming from, right? And she deepened it and deepened it and deepened it until she found out that the reason that she was doing that is because when she was a little girl, she was taught it by one of her parents. And her parents used to tell her the specific emotion or feeling that she was getting was disgust, and disgust was what was hiding her from the other emotions or feeling the other emotions. And the reason was because a parent taught her that it was disgusting to feel emotions at a young age, right? And so as a young human, she basically learned that it was disgusting to feel things, and so she used disgust to mask feeling anything at all, right? And so that's kind of what we're getting here, is can you choose to go deeper until you can figure out what the underlying cause is? Because if you can just become aware of it, of what that root is that's causing you to not be willing to receive, you'll be able to kind of start to, I want to say, like, soften away at it. Like, I'm seeing like a softening into it. Like if you're playing with clay, you don't just like, it doesn't get soft immediately. you mesh into it, you soften it, you give it warmth, you give it love, and that will start that process, that conversation between you and whatever it is that's blocking you from being able to receive, okay? Whew. However, you will be receiving soon, which is why this is coming up for you, because we have a lot of stuff coming in for you starting now. Like right now in your life, you're about to be receiving within the next few weeks specifically, okay? And you need to be willing to receive them, which is why this is coming up, and probably very prevalent to why this message found you, right? The next couple of cards that we have here is the King of Cups and the Page of Wands. So again, as we were talking about partnership, or the concept of can you receive a partner that's going to give to you, that is coming in now. So you could be someone who's been manifesting a partner for a while, or you could just be someone who's really been on such a self-love journey that the only next level for you to take is a level into partnership. This doesn't have to be a romantic partnership. I'm not seeing anything that forces romanticism. However, it could be a platonic partnership or a business partnership or a partnership of some sort that is romantic. You're gonna know which one it is for you. And it is possible, it's more rare, but it is possible that it's all three, right? Or two of the three. Because what we have is we have the King of Cups and the Page of Wands coming out. Now this is in your timeline of right now, which means someone has their eye on you and someone's about to be contacting you with a message. The pages are cards that are messengers. So someone has a very passionate offer of the heart, and it's a masculine energy, okay? The King of Cups is masculine. Now you don't have to be feminine. Tarot is all non-binary, so it's just the energy of masculine energy, okay? Someone though has a very masculine heart opening offer that they are going to communicate with you. This is very clear that it's going to be coming into you as a message. Now it could be in person, it could be on a trip. The mountains are really standing out to me, the mountains and water. You could be in somewhere specifically that has both mountains and water. They could speak it to you because they are so passionate. It could be something that they don't want to send you via the online world, but they do want you to know, and it's going to come through to you, okay? And it's going to be very passionate. So this is definitely like something they really want with you specifically, okay? Whew. Now let's get into what's coming for you, because now it's gonna get, you know? The next card, okay, I'll read you the line first, as usual. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Seven of Swords reversed, which is amazing. We have the Emperor, the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Chariot. So at first glance, there's so much that's about to happen for you so incredibly quickly. I'm almost seeing like a whole shift of reality. But we don't have the World card here. So this could just be an entire shift in your finances. But starting out over here, we have the Eight of Wands, right? The Eight of Wands is communication. And we just talked about communication coming in for you. So this communication is coming in much, 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 much faster than you think it's coming in. And it's going to be extremely direct. I know you can't really see them, I'm so far away probably. But it's going to be extremely direct, okay? And it's going to be very clear as well. Because the Eight of Wands is just like, you cannot get a better card for like movement and what's coming in than the Eight of Wands. Like, it's the card of like, you want to know if something's coming your way? It's coming. Like, it's on its way. What I am seeing here with the Seven of Swords reversed, which is again such a good card, because the Seven of Swords is, it's a card of sneaky, snaky energy. It's a card of people that aren't doing you right. It's a card of people who are just like disrespecting you, like taking advantage of you, stealing from you, taking away from you, like a lot of negative energy, right? A lot of bad juju. And that's all on those old people, because that's an old energy now, because it's reversed. Reversed means that you have got some people, either people coming in specifically, but we don't have the Three of Cups here. So it could just be that you have removed all the people that could hurt you in this way. But also I'm seeing a message from the angels with the Judgment up here, and with this we've got a message that people have been removed specifically for your betterment, and because of what's coming in so quickly for you, that they were not meant to be in your reality when this came in. So if this is some kind of a business offer or a love offer or whatever it is, whatever this King of Cups and Page of Wands offer is that's coming in for you, other people weren't supposed to have access to you when it came in. And that's very, very clear here in the reading, okay? So they were meant to be out of your life so that you could receive this without someone else trying to steal it away from you, is what I'm really getting. And I'm seeing, like, if you're a feminine, I'm seeing some feminine energies that would have tried to like jump ship and jump into the spot that you're about to receive. And if you're a masculine, I'm seeing like communities of people that would try to degrade you, to be completely honest, or talk you down. And so all these people have been removed because that's just not for you, right? Now it could be vice versa, of course. Use to your own discernment. That's how collective readings work. Okay, the next two cards that we have here are the Emperor and the Four of Pentacles. Now what I'm seeing is that the Emperor is this King of Cups coming in, okay? It's like an up-leveled version of this person after they have spoken their mind, because we have a timeline playing out here. Now the King of Cups is speaking his mind, giving the offer, and stepping into his Emperor energy, where then he is just willing, right? And open and available. And at this point, you're gonna know who it is, okay? There will be not a single doubt in your mind about who this Emperor is after you've gotten that communication. It's going to be very clear to you, okay? Now, the Four of Pentacles, though, I'm seeing as you. So it's almost like this Emperor is willing to give. And it's funny because the Emperor and the Four of Pentacles line up with your reversals of your aces and the Seven of Cups, okay? So this Emperor wants to give you the fucking world, okay? Like, this person really wants... They want to show you things you've never seen before. They want to, it's basically like, I'm getting this energy that they're going to be like, what do you want? Like, what's your dreams? Like, what do you want to see in the world? And almost this energy of you being like, especially if you haven't moved through this block, even though I do feel like you will, but it'll still like be a little stagnant inside of you. There's this part of you that's like, oh, you know, I just want to travel, instead of like blatantly stating out all the ways you want to travel and places you want to go and what you dream up, you know? Like, this Emperor wants that. They want you to basically like they want you to like word vomit all your dreams to them, because they're like, what can I give you? Like, what can I do to see you smile? Like, that's the kind of energy that I'm really getting here, for whomever this person is. But with this Four of Pentacles, it's almost like you're afraid to receive still. Like, you're afraid to let go and trust in something outside of yourself, is what I'm really getting, especially with the way all of this is lined up. It's almost like, because of what you've been through in the past, you've never been proven that anyone outside of yourself would show up for you. And so you obviously had to show up for yourself. You had to teach yourself how to love yourself, like, especially with that loving mother energy. Like, you might have not even had like close family members that loved up on you, or a mother, or someone that represented that energy, like that womb energy of like holding you, right? Taking care of you, like providing for you. That could be mother or father, right? But what I'm getting is that this person, you can trust them. And you're gonna know, it's gonna be very clear to you who it is, and then you can trust them, okay? Don't make yourself uncomfortable by going around trusting everybody, right? Like, use your discernment. But what I'm really getting is that because you've always had to like show up for yourself and really like stand in as your own parent, you're gonna be a little afraid to let go of that position. But in order to truly receive from this Emperor, you're going to have to let go of that position. And I'm seeing step into the part of you that is more feminine and more able to move with your passion and your intuition, okay? The next card that we have out here is the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knights have to do with movement, again, and they also have to do with passion. And they're connected to your sacral energy, okay? So this has to do with you being very, very feminine, moving intuitively with your feminine energy, and becoming kind of like a feminine energetic match to this masculine energy, which is going to provide and assist you and help you in this next chapter of your life. Now, with the Chariot ending out this entire reading, which is just so crazy, it's basically saying that this is happening so fast for you. Like you're being taken into a very high royal position. You're literally being lifted up by the angels and taken to this position, this placement. And it's going to happen, like, I want to say within weeks of when it from start to finish, from when this offer comes in for you towards where you have to be willing to truly be in this feminine energy. I'm going to say you have weeks, and it's going to happen so incredibly fast for you that you're going to really need to soften into yourself and just use all the tools you've gained over all this insane journey that you have been in and through to be able to truly, I want to say, like, be the master of your universe and step into that new era, right? Okay, so now I'm going to pull just a couple more cards and see if there's any like extra details that want to come out for us. Let's see. I have been talking. We're gonna use this one. I'm already feeling like an incredibly soft energy right here. Ooh, we got another card for moving into a new place. We've got doubles of that card now. So you're definitely being taken somewhere new. You may be traveling somewhere new. Ooh. We just got the card of devotion. Ooh, okay. We have Judgment. We have the Page of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. Ooh. Okay. So whatever this motion is, this is all going to happen very fast for you, and it's going to be taking you to a new place because there's some kind of position of devotion that you're meant to stand in. I'm getting almost in front of the world or in front of people. Like there's some position that you're going to be taking that is a position that will be seen, okay? It will be seen, and you're going to have to be willing to let all of you be seen by this Emperor as well, because that's the only way you're truly going to be in this position. With the Page of Cups and the Nine of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, there's some new kind of emotionally fulfilling platform that you're going to be stepping upon. The Three of Pentacles has to do with education, new lessons, like being on a platform specifically. So it could have to do with like being up on a stage, being in front of people. You could be someone that's very connected to that kind of a journey, being in the spotlight, being somewhere. Or this Emperor could literally be royalty of some sort and could bring you into a spotlight or up on a platform that you have to then learn about. Okay, so we've got that kind of information coming in here. I want to pull a couple of angel number cards for you for what's coming in, and then we're also going to end it off with a Rumi card. For Rumi is really great for guidance at any moment, but we'll specifically be asking Rumi for some guidance on probably your heart and like how you can move through receiving. But let's go ahead and pull this first. It's a good card. Actually, I'm being told that's the only card. It's the only angel card. We've got 1313 coming out here, Justice. So pretty obviously, this is your justice. You've been basically bred for this high-ranked position that you're about to be pulled into by the angels, by the Emperor, etc. You've been meant to really experience mass diversity, especially with what I'm feeling you've been through. Like there is a huge journey here that you're being put on a platform to share, again with Archangel Raphael. But justice, change, rebellion, guidance, justice, truth, character, love. Get ready for the good things you've been hoping for. You were born for a higher calling. Put your energy into going towards your ambitions. The universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, circumstances, and resources to make things happen. Okay, so this is already happening for you. This is so incredibly evident, and it's just so incredibly beautiful. There's some really massive stuff coming in for you, and I feel like with everything you've been through, I think you've been through a lot of injustice moments in your life, and just You've had to work extremely hard to move through those and kind of gain the strength to become the version of you that you are today. And because you have done that hard work, that inner work, that transformation of self, and especially through self-love and self-worth, you are truly bringing in a justice that is in honor of who you are and have become and all the effort you have put in, okay? Now, last but not least, let's get our cute little Rumi card. I love Rumi. Also, I just have to note that I love the stillness in this reading. Not all my readings are so calm. I feel like you're going to be really, really good at this position that you're stepping into. I think you're going to be very centered. I think you're going to learn a lot, and I think you're going to have a really, really fun time, right? You're just going to feel very at home in this position, which is really rare for people who are being put on platforms, right? All right, Rumi, if you could give any guidance to this collective, what guidance would you provide at this current time? I like it. Victory of Miriam, 41. Can you see? Sorry, my little thing is weird. Got my little light going. 41. Okay, I'm going to restart the camera really quick because it's about to cut off again. I don't want to read the whole thing. Yay! We're back. Okay, ready? Whew. I'm gonna sit back. This oracle brings you a message of affirmation and success. Your victory is already assured. You are being led into it now. No matter if you believe it is not possible, and you are placing more faith in the appearance of distraction or obstacle than in utter success. No matter if you have forgotten for a moment that the divine lives in you, as you, and that apparent failure is only a part of the process. The plan through which learning happens, serving the ultimate holy victory. Yes, your victory is inevitable. So you are being given this reminder from the Holy Mother Mary, also called Miriam, and the beloved divine presence of love that she serves. She's also the divine partner, just so you know. It is that presence is real. It is the Holy Mother that is real. It is the divine in you that is real. And all else swirls around you so your soul can play. Oof. Every challenge and adventure is an opportunity for you to test your mettle and to be what you are in truth. The eagle that flies requires space and open sky. The tigress that hunts requires hunger to drive her to fulfill her being and live her nature. You need what you need to realize. You need what you need to realize. Your divine nature is as, oh my gosh, this sentence, as a living holy expression of the greatest love. So life is providing for you that your needs be met. Whatever may be troubling you, or soon to present itself, is not a situation or a circumstance meant to bring you trouble. You just need to allow yourself to become more eagle-eyed, beloved wild one. It is not what appears to be that is the source of challenge for you. Not at all. It is only how you are viewing the situation. Can you allow yourself to shift perspective? Yes, you know this is truth. It is only in forgetfulness that fear creeps in. Oh yes, to forget for a moment that you are divinity, and to lapse into erroneous belief that the challenges are more real than the love they veil. No, the real challenge is in the attitude, not in the circumstance or situation. Will you remember that all is divinity manifesting and nothing exists outside of it? All is perfectly designed to help you fulfill your being. Live your truth, experience your power, and reside in the perfection of your divine, loving heart. Be curious rather than afraid. This oracle brings you guidance and comfort. Whatever is going on in your life right now, whether it brings you joy or deepest struggle, is the divine in you. Ooh, where are we? As you, breaking through into your life. Do not hesitate to trust in it. Embrace it fully and let it have its way. There is nothing there that needs to be resisted. You are safe to be wild, to be alive. Live it with love and let it unfold. The promise of success is yours. So allow yourself to be brought to it through the guiding wisdom of life, the life that serves love. There is also a part of you that is daring to love, to live, and to trust more so than before. You are even daring to quit the traumatic tendency to relive so many past hurts and aches. You no longer want to taunt yourself with failure and critique. You are less frightened of yourself, so you do not need to sabotage yourself any longer. Oof. You are learning love's way and claiming it as your own. That is your path to victory assured. This oracle asks you to trust in your growing optimism, to let the war be over now and put it behind you, even if it means weeping with sweat or sorrow and relief for a while. The sunset is golden. The struggle is behind you. Now, just rest and enjoy the golden glow as you rest with love a long, long while. I love Rumi. So good. Okay. Wow. Well, I'm so incredibly excited for you. And that made me really feel like this love that's coming in it's for a while. I'm not getting divine soulmate. They will be a soulmate, but I'm not getting like your forever flame. I'm mostly just getting an energy that like this love is going to teach you in ways you've never been taught before in a beautiful, abundant, gorgeous way. I'm also getting a little channeled message here that if you're afraid of love, if you're afraid of losing love, if you're afraid to love because you feel you may lose love, to not be afraid. The angels are really saying that this love is going to feel good and it's not going to feel of fear. There's an energy here of you learning to lean deeper into it instead of falling out of it or needing or feeling a need to run away out of fear that you may lose it. And I feel like we really do have some people here who have loved ones on the other side because you have deeply felt loss. And there's definitely a part of you that has had to move through allowing people to be in your life and not running away from them because you're afraid to lose them. This is going to be the deepest challenge you have ever had in your life when it comes to love and allowing love in, because there's always that fear. But this is that opportunity for you to truly step through it and allow yourself to experience love in an even deeper way than you ever have before. Okay, I love you so incredibly much. I really hope that this message resonated with you, and if it did, please do let me know down below. And I will see you guys in the next message.